My goodness, good morning, my community. Has winter returned? It has for us here in Texas. Now, I know that winter in Texas is different than winter in other places, especially you all, Kristen, up in Vermont. You guys are getting hammered. But for us, we're quite chilly this week, and it's kind of sad because it's spring break for our kids in this area. No like. So as I'm checking our tomatoes in this little handy dandy high tunnel, I'm wondering what all you guys have already gotten in the ground, and if anything, in our area. And if you haven't, I think you better hold off about a week or so, because we are going to get very close to freezing toward the end of this week. I got my little tower of power all loaded up, guys. But let's talk about your seed starts. So these are all the ones that I transplanted last week. I'll be able to keep these safe because we can pull the plastic over this area if we do look like we're going to get a threat of freezing. So I'm not too worried about our seed starts in our little 4-inch pots waiting to go in the ground. I did go ahead and put some peppers and some tubs in here, but again, I think I can keep these safe. And I think with this rollover here, I can keep my tomatoes safe, because if it does get down to freezing, guys, it's just going to be very briefly. But it's enough to harm some plants if they're vulnerable and if they're small. So your kales, your brassicas, your shards, I got some mustard greens in there. It's not going to really harm them, guys. I think that these will be just fine. I'm not liking this. It's about 40, 45 degrees, guys, and the wind's blowing. I don't like it. Now, I don't want to get into the heat of the summer, but yeah, last week was so nice that we were able to get so much done. I'm not liking the cool temps today and what we're going to have the rest of the week. I think Thursday's going to be our warmest day, and they already have us under a weather alert day for severe weather. Really hoping that that goes by the wayside. And now in the big high tunnel, we have all of these that we potted up last week. But again, we have plastic that we can pull over these. But we have these, and we have all of these, and we have all of these. So we may be making some adjustments Wednesday and Thursday. We're going to monitor the weather. But I'm glad we've not really put anything in the ground in here yet that could be susceptible to a frost or a freeze. Now, the forecast is 35 degrees, I believe, Friday morning, and then a couple of chilly mornings on the weekend, next weekend. So it's not saying that we're going to get down to freezing, but we are the outlying areas, and sometimes our temperature is a little different than what they forecast for kind of in the city. So we're going to be watching that real closely. All we need is 1 degree, guys, 1 degree to keep everything protected. And so we're hoping for that. And I'm hoping also that this is the last hurrah of winter, and that we're going to zoom into spring. I don't want to go into summer, because last April we went right into summer. We started April in 90-degree temperatures, and we stayed in excessive heat for 7 straight months. And we really, really don't want that this year, guys. My goodness, look at these beets in here. And there's a volunteer tomato over there. So if y'all are wondering what's going on in that corner over there, we had some really bad soil in that corner, and Greg planted some oats, and that is supposed to strengthen the soil back there. But he's got to start getting in here and getting that pulled up. He's been working on this area up here, and we were planning on planting late last week or early this week, but I guess we're going to have to hold off, guys, and make sure that before we put anything in the ground that any threat has passed. And of course we can't make sure of that this time of year, but we can sure do our darndest. I cannot get over how gorgeous these beet greens are, guys, and whew, got some good sized beets in there. I'll be doing some canning of beets. I'll also be doing some freeze drying of beets. Ooh, there's another one over there. And I'll be canning some of these beet greens because they're just gorgeous, and they're so healthy, and they're, oh goodness. And I'll also be freeze drying them. So if you haven't already, halt the presses. Halt the presses. Don't put anything in the ground this week. Let's wait. In this area, guys, in this area. I don't know what you guys are expecting down in South Texas, but yeah, halt the presses on putting anything in the ground, and let's wait and see what's going to happen. So I know who the winners are for the seed giveaway. I'm not going to do a spoiler, but I'm excited. There's 5 of you. You'll be notified if you haven't already this morning by mail, and hopefully we can do something like that again soon. So stay in touch, guys. We'll be in touch too. Be safe. Stay warm this week. Stay warm. Kristen, y'all be safe. Y'all be safe. God bless you all. We'll be in touch.